Hello everyone, this is the Ender Turon, and we're back with Epic Flail, episode 76. Not much else to say, going back out with Blue Dragons, and yeah. Though I am considering, I think I might go back to Eurocore. You know. See what's what with the Eurocore. See how they're doing. Anyway, what else is there? Logistics, group de command. Yeah, sure. I like how all the dudes have, MAT 49 submachine guns, while the model depicts the guy with the NF1 machine gun with the FAMAS. That's a hoot. What else do we have? So yeah, taking them for the Panther, which is a nice little support helicopter. It's like the UK's Lynx H7. I think except it's like 10 kilometers an hour slower or something. Anyway, I have the Iltis command. I'm not quite sure what Kato stands for. It's like Commandwagen? Kommandantwagen? I don't know. Something German, presumably. Also the P4. How does the P4 compare to the Iltis? I probably have done this before. Basically the same, except for it has better autonomy. Yeah, whatever. Also my command Leopard 1s, which I might drop depending on how I feel about them. I have Legion 90 because they're fun and are probably underpriced, but you know, use them while you have them. Got my Panzergrenadiere 90. They're all right. Panzerfaust still an all right launcher. It's not bad. And you have the LMG 3, which is still top dog of machine guns. Right up. It competes with the Mini-Me, but I think the MG3 is still better than the Mini-Me. I'd have to double check. I can compare them right here. So it has better range against ground. Does not appear to have as good accuracy or stabilizer. At least on the shock version of the machine guns. But yeah. Then I have my Chasseur. And I have my Milan 3. Support. I have these. I prefer this one over the 40 point just because I move my mortars around a lot. And these ones just... The HS-30 mortar just has such garbage autonomy. Also carries less ammunition. Not a huge... It's not a... It's really... You're perfectly fine going with the HS-30. It's just that, if I can select it, I just like this one a bit more. That is all. I like autonomy. I like being able to move my things without them running out of fuel. And I have the Gepard A1. Croaktail. And Roland 3. And yeah, what else I got? Number 2A5, of course, and my Leclerc. 2A4 and the Keeler. It's alright. The big thing is that as the auto-loaded 10 rounds a minute with 3 HE means it can, along with the autocannon, means it can acquit itself relatively well against infantry. It's not amazing, but it's alright. What else? Recon Gazelle cannon, of course, because nothing like a cheap autocannon you can throw about for recon. Commando spare because, command infantry are fun. Recon infantry are fun. VBL Mistral because that's fun too. AMX 1390 and AMX 10 RC because they are also fun. Not amazing, especially the 1390 with the heat gun. I'd much rather it had AP, but I digress. And AMX-10 RC, which is fun, which I said already. Tanks. There's also the RCSB, which has much better AP compared to the... Oh, hey. Doesn't matter. Because I'm in a battle! Whoop, woo! Alright. I'm gonna fight me some dude. Gonna get some dude. I'm gonna fight me a dude. Dude. Or it could be a dudette. You never know. You never know. Alright, and I'm on Punch Bowl against a private. I'm on the blue team, so I could be facing blue or red at this moment. And yeah. I'm actually on, because every other battle I've had on this map, I've been starting at golf, and I'm starting at alpha. Lovely. Alright, gonna send my Hayati to Charlie, along with Rangers. And gun tank. And KFE 90 for funsies. Gonna send Shumat into the middle. And before I forget, I also want this short arrow. And I also want M107 SP. There we go. Very nice, very nice. And in the middle, I also want a Hachin on a Shiki. I'm gonna want a ninja. What else? Tank, I guess. Get my Kiramari Shiki. Infantry, get my QT 90. And recon. Rangers. There we go. And Hachin on a Shiki. Or KFE 90, just so it stays with the Kiramari Shiki. And infantry, I'm going to get some of these guys. Get 3 of them. Alright, let's hope that works out for me. And I think that's about all I have to say. Good luck, have fun. And hope I don't get Helo Rush or something, because that would be unfortunate. Get my ninja moving forward. Oop. Akula, that is not something I want to be dealing with. Looks like I'm facing Soviet Union. Short arrow, please save my bacon. You're my only hope. C-24M. Okay. I mean, that's not an SU-24M, it's just an SU-24. Alright, let's keep attacking. My heart is pounding. That was a bit more action than I wanted. Let's not forget about my dudes over here now, so that would be unfortunate. Oh, I forgot. Completely forgot I could have sent in my, whatchamacallit. You know, my ninja. You know, the thing with the anti-air missiles. That would have been helpful against the enemy flying things that are in the air. Let's get this off the line. infantry. Let's get those. Gunner Stelky 90. I'd rather not be dealing with that. Oh, please don't get my short arrow. It got my short arrow. Alright. Let's keep it up. Let's get some base defense. So that's over here. Ooh, Tunguska, that's lovely. So much fun. Can you take care of that for me, KFE 90? That would be lovely. Oh fuck, oh shit. Let's get that back. More dudes coming in. My 24p, I don't want that. Let's be cautious with this. Oh wait, I have my 24. I have my ninja. I keep forgetting I have my ninja. You can stop shooting, please. Tansam, save me. You are my only hope. I also have my ninja. Providing I don't, you know, fly it into the enemy. Oh, that's good. Okay, K1 would be nice right about now. BMP3. You can take care of that. Okay. Oh, I'm moving the wrong thing. Alright, I need to switch focus for a bit. Okay. Oh hey, not surprising whatsoever. Please get line of sight, that would be lovely. Alright, let's get a cap out. So he has 2 cards of Seed Planes. It's an interesting choice. Right, I want Chumat team. Guess Chumats are fun. Oh, and he surrendered. That is not the right thing I want to type in. Alright, so look at my opponent was fairly inexperienced. And yeah, sent out 2 seed planes. I'm not quite sure why. KFE 90 got a bunch of things. Okay. That's why I like the KFE 90. Against light armored enemies, it just wrecks them faster than the words fail me. But I did Hachinanashiki. There you go, the autocannon. It just wrecks things a lot faster than it can in certain situations, obviously. Short arrow paid off up until I put it in a bad position and got hit by a Gornostrelki, or by a Mateys M. Kiyomarashiki provided some support. And yeah, what can I say about that battle? Not a whole lot. I wasn't paying too much attention and didn't realize way too late that I was taking fire from a Nekula. Not something you see very often, at least not in ranked. After that, I'd say I recovered fairly quickly. Forgot about my Chumat for a bit, and that could have ended poorly if I left him in his the transport and they got taken out. And yeah, I think part of it is just my opponent wasn't particularly experienced on this map, maybe. It's hard to say. Then Gornostrelki 90 I'm not going to say they're bad. The unit themselves is, it's good, it has a good AT gem. It's not an amazing AT gem, it's kind of short ranged. But it has decent accuracy and good AP. I'd say it's more a case of, it's just the transports really is what kill Gornostrelki 90. If they had access to like the basic BTR transports, they wouldn't be too bad. Like, not, because basically the big thing was, this is a year ago now? Something like that. Maybe not quite a year. Sometime in early 2016, if I recall correctly, or the first half of 2016. Gornostrelki 90 got the BTR, the entire, Gornostrelki 75 and 90 got the, they got the BTRs, or the wheel BTRs, like the 60, 70, 80. There we go. BTR, yeah, BTR 60 PB, BTR 70. And then Gornostrelki 90 they also had the 80A, or the BTR 80, the BTR 80A, and the BTR 90. So what happens is that basically against a Soviet player, they just, in the beginning, the Soviet player would just bum rush you in with Gornostrelki 90 in BTR 90s. And when combined with proper use of smoke, what it meant was, basically, this is back before machine gun standardization, so the PKM was, there with the M60 as the worst machine guns in the game. And how it went was, the BTR 90 has, if I can find it, there we go, BTR 90 has a grenade launcher, and grenade launchers have always been, let's just say, poorly balanced. So basically, the AGS-17 on the BTR 90 would, along with the autocannon, would wreck any infantry that tried to fight the Gornostrelki, because, it would basically perma-stun them. And then, while the Mateys M has, short range, with proper use of smoke, you can basically eliminate any range advantage enemy vehicles have by either forcing them to move closer to where the Mateys M can get them, or to just make it so they can't do anything. And then in the meantime, the Soviet player is going to be bringing up, longer range AT solutions such as Conqueror's M or tanks, and that's going to chew through your fire support. And yeah. And so no one was happy with that. And their hats kind of look like French, was it the M15 helmet from World War One? Does that kind of remind you of that? That kind of general shape? Anyway, I'm getting way off topic. I don't know. What did... Also, I am a second lieutenant. Whoop-de-doo. Taking a while. I need to go just delete a bunch of my replays. There we go. Let's see how well this goes. I just want to see what my opponent was doing. but I can also get like a replay. Go into one of the deck parsing sites and see what my opponent brought in his deck. Alright, so he starts out with an FOB, which are only useful in 1v1s if you plan on using a lot of supply intensive units. So you have MT, LBV, Tunguska, MI8T, that's going to have the Garnish Shelk in it. K52, that's what, 130 points. And the Akula, which is like, once again, 150 or so points. 2 Tunguskas. That's just the base Tunguska, not the Tunguska M. So it's like 85 points for that. And a Buck. And yeah, that's what, 70 points, 85 points. So that's right off the bat. Right off the bat, that is a lot of points invested in air defense. Which maybe this person's very concerned about being helo rushed. That could be a thing. Which would also explain the Akula and K52 combination. Guess what was it? Yeah, 130 points, 150, yeah. And then they only... No recon whatsoever, except for the K52. Well, that's... So right off the bat, what I see here is that my opponent... first of all, he ignored his 2-pointer, which is generally something you don't want to do in a ranked conquest battle. Or conquest in general. And he basically had no eyes up here in Bravo or Delta, so if I had done, you know, the proper thing and pushed until contact, say with my recon in Charlie, I could have basically taken control of almost the entirety of the map except for the area immediately outside of Golf. But let's just wait and see what my opponent does. Maybe he calls out some more recon. It looked like he spent most of his points reacting to my push in Echo and Foxtrot. Yeah, there goes the Akula wrecking my transports. And me not really noticing. I forgot to move my ninja, and then again, if I moved my ninja in, it probably would have gone wrecked by the... whatchamacallit? Tunguskas. Maybe the Buck. Maybe probably not the Buck. Su-24 comes out, which is completely useless. That'd be an Su-24M, the bomber, for what, 130 points? That could have been, basically could have wiped out either all my people in the town or severely damaged or destroyed everything I had in the trees here. So of course, yeah, my first purchase is KF-16C. Just because my air defense does rely... My big thing is I didn't want the Su-24 flying around because my air defense is kind of reliant on radar. You know, I have the gun tank and I have the Hawk Pip 2, the iHawk. And I don't want seed planes flying around. I forgot about my Shumat team and my Hachinana Shiki. That could have been disastrous for me in the middle. I'm really loving the short arrow. It's not the greatest anti-helicopter piece, but you know what? It's pretty damn good. It's not the greatest, but you know what? For 65 points, I'm not complaining. Also, I love, like I said, I also love the KFE-90. I should have been, when I pulled my short arrow off the line, my Tan Sam, I should have been more careful because I just moved it right across the open. I should have dropped it behind the trees and around, but yeah. I could have been probably a bit more aggressive with my Kiramura Shiki at this point. But as, you know, once again, I was concerned about Garno 90. I didn't know there's only the one team. I wasn't keeping track of how many MITs Mi-8Ts were flying around. And I was also concerned about fire support in the back part, which is why I smoked in there. Yeah. That's MTLBV. It's not a it's a 5-point transport. What can you say about it? It does have a 7.62 machine gun instead of a 12.7, which does put a disadvantage compared to a lot of the other 5-point APCs. But it has one all-around armor, which is it's a 5-point APC. 60 kilometers an hour off-road. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. T80. It's not a bad 65-point tank. It's got decent armor, decent gun. 9 rounds a minute, 4 HE. It's very good at as fire support against infantry, and it's also just good at close range brawling. A lot of infantry there. Also calls it some BMP3s. Also Mi-24P. It's honestly, with the 80mm rockets, it's not bad against infantry, but the 30mm cannon instead of Yak-B kind of brings it down. And the Kovcons are not great ATGMs. I'm not gonna say they're bad. They're just not great. BMP3s, those could have been potentially dangerous, but he didn't really put them in a great spot, because just fast forward a bit. Yeah, me shooting down his stuff and blowing up his stuff. Anyway. As I was saying, he just kind of puts his BMP3s in here, which doesn't really take advantage of their big advantage, which is the Arkin. There we go. Which will do some damage to my Kiramarashiki, not a lot. Instead, I engage him at close range with my Kiramarashiki. And my KFE-90 also popped one. There's the Mi-8T. I don't know if he dropped, because that's going to be Gornov Strelki in there. I don't know if he dropped them off. Moto Strelki moving up. He sent in the vehicles first, which is something I do all the time as well. Generally what you want to do is you want to send in your infantry to draw fire from other infantry, and then you want to send in your transports and other vehicles so they can engage with their weapons. And okay, he has still Gornov Strelki 90. He's trying to put him into the town. He probably thought I didn't have anything up here. And there you go. Then once again, he spends points on a MiG-25 BM. Once again, I don't know how new to the game my opponent was. So he might have thought that a Seed playing like that would have been... Maybe didn't quite understand what Seed does. I don't know. What anti-radiation missiles are good against. Especially because he's just sending them out by themselves. You generally don't want to do that, because it doesn't really take advantage of what Seed does. And yeah, that's the game. So yeah, what I saw here is just, yeah, a lot of beginner mistakes, which I recognize because I used to make them all the time, and I still do. Because yeah, big thing that my opponent did, I'd say, is that costing his opening was a lot of high-priced units that he maybe did not need or utilize properly. Then I had, what? He had over a quarter of his starting points invested in those two helicopters, a K-15, K-52, and my, Tansem short arrow invalidates 130 points of them just by not being radar based. And it's also the hard counter to helicopters. And it shot them both down. The Akula did do a fair bit of damage before I realized, oh dear, Akula. took out Kude 90 team in its transport along with the empty Kyoroko wheeled APC. Yeah, is that what it is, the Kyoroko? Now I'm going back to the army. This is a very disjointed episode. I apologize. Very rambly on my part. Japan infantry. Kyoroko. Yeah, or Kyoroku. However that's pronounced. The Type 95? Or I think that's what it's... Whatever. It's whatever. Anyway, as I was saying... Yeah, yeah, the Kula did some damage. Had potential to do more, but... it was just way ahead of the line, and it had an unfortunate incident with my Tansam. If he had brought, I could say, a BU in his starting instead of, you know, USSR, I'd say he decided to maybe bring, I don't know. So it BU's 175 points. It's a UM. BU, there you go, 175 points. So if my opponent had decided to bring like an Mi-2 recon helicopter, which is not great, or maybe just didn't bring a recon helicopter at all and maybe just brought ground-based recon and didn't bring the K-52 or the K-50. Wrong tab. There you go. He would have been able to afford a T-72 BU, which would have been quite troublesome for me to deal with, to say the least. Because, as I said before, Blue Dragon's biggest weakness is just the inability to counter enemy, or to cost-effectively counter enemy super heavies, and do so reliably. Like, sure, the Peace Pheasant 2 can one-shot them from the side, but it does not do that very reliably, even upvetted. And yeah. So yeah, pro tip, if you're fighting Blue Dragons, bring out a super heavy, because you'll probably mess with whatever plan the Blue Dragons player side. Of course, you have to, you know, play it intelligently, otherwise what you're going to do is you get, you know, side-shotted by a Shumat or something like that, and then gang-banged by, like, you know, F1s, or a Kiyomaru Shiki closing the range on you. Well, it doesn't need to close range, it just popping up really close to you and taking a large chunk of your health away before you can properly react. And I think that this video is just a whole lot of nothing. And yeah, I think that's about all I'm going to say for this video. I can keep rambling on for another hour, but that's really not worthwhile. And yeah, I'm just going to call it here. I'm Xander Turon, and this was Epic Flail episode 76. You guys have a lovely day.